The evening sky in Anambra was turning orange when Mubarak sat quietly outside the small restaurant. Sarah was washing plates inside, but her face looked troubled. Mubarak could no longer pretend not to notice. When she finished work, he walked beside her on the dusty road. Mubarak said, "Please tell me the truth. I saw you enter that man's car yesterday. Are you in trouble?" Sarah stopped walking. Her hands trembled. For a moment, she said nothing. Then tears slowly filled her eyes. Sarah said, "You are a good person, Mubarak. I don't want you to hate me." Mubarak replied and said, "I won't hate you. Just tell me." Double quotes. Sarah looked down at the ground. Sarah said, "After my parents died, I became responsible for my 2 younger siblings. I sold food, washed clothes, and worked in this restaurant. But it was never enough. Rent came, school fees came. My brother fell sick." Mubarak listened silently. Sarah said, "I borrowed money from a woman in our area. She said she would help me when I couldn't pay back. She introduced me to rich men." Mubarak's heart became heavy. Sarah said, "At first I refused. She told me, 'Do you want your siblings to sleep hungry? Do you want them sent out of school?' I was afraid. I felt trapped." Tears rolled down her cheeks. Sarah said, "I hated myself every time. I would come home and cry when my siblings were asleep. They think I work late because of extra shifts." Mubarak could not speak for a few seconds. He finally asked softly, "Why didn't you ask anyone for help?" Sarah gave a painful smile and said, "Poor people learn not to expect help." Mubarak said, "Sarah, what happened to you is not something to be proud of, but it is also not the end of your life. Someone took advantage of your suffering." Sarah looked at him with surprise. Most people judged her before hearing her story. Mubarak continued, "I can't promise miracles, but I promise that you will not fight alone anymore." Sarah broke down in tears. For the first time in many years, she felt seen as a human being, and not as a burden. As they stood under the fading evening light, neither of them noticed a woman watching from a distance, the same woman who had introduced Sarah to those men. Her face was hard, and her eyes warned that Sarah's past was not ready to let her go.